Alright guys, welcome back to another Minecraft video, and today it's gonna be a little bit of a tutorial. And oh, there goes methods by a ninja sniper. So guys, recently on the Hermitcraft server I built this security system, a base security system with automatic player detection and everything. And today I want to do a little showcase slash tutorial together with Method to help me develop this thing. Method is a member of the Scicraft server, one of the most advanced, super technical Minecraft servers you have out there. I'm gonna put a link in the video description where you can check out the Scicraft guys. It is crazy what they do. Your mind will be blown, that's for sure. So hi Methods, thanks for hanging out. So guys, yeah, the system is relatively simple if you know how to do it, but it is also a bit tricky because it includes some mob catching and so on. But on the Hermitcraft episodes I showed you that it's definitely possible in survival, and yeah, should be able to pull that off yourself. So the system pretty much consists out of two components. First of all, we have a blaze in here, and maybe Methods you can be in front and go to survival mode real quick so we can see how this thing works. It's really simple.
1 second, I'm gonna affect myself so I'm not dead immediately.
And yeah, the second part here is these skeleton sniper boosters that hide the skeletons, and then they're gonna pop up. So yeah, let's see what happens if Methods changes to survival mode. You can see the blaze fly up and they trigger a tripwire that is in here and arm the system by this. This is a mechanic, it's a vanilla mechanic in Minecraft. If blaze sees a player, what they will do is try to shoot it and then fly up. And we're using this mechanic to trigger the system here. And as you can see, in hard mode especially, those skeletons are gnarly. I mean, Method...
I'm having resistance 255 right now.
Yeah, and he looks like a hedgehog. So yeah, it's definitely lethal. So yeah, we want to show you the individual components, how you put that thing together by a little block by block tutorial. But it's not that hard, don't worry, you don't have to be a redstone master to do this. Alright guys, so here we see the system without the nice decoration around it. And Method, please go to survival mode real quick so you can see it in action. So you see the blaze are detecting Methods right there and flying up, shooting him, trying to shoot at him at least. And yeah, that's the system working. Right now you can also see blaze balls firing out, but if you disguise the system this will not be the case. Okay, save yourself, man. No hedgehogging anymore. So yeah, technically it's good to have like blocks here as well to block their shooting, but you will have that if you disguise the system. But we just wanted to show you the functional blocks right now. So first you need the blaze detector. You gotta go to another fortress also, catch 2 blaze at least, that is the best way to do it. 3 would be better for even faster trigger time. And make sure to name him, very important, so they won't despawn when you go away. So you need some name tags for that too, but you should be easily able to get those. And yeah, the idea is the blaze are sitting on this trapdoor. The trapdoor is not 100% necessary, but it gives it a bit of a quicker trigger time. As I told you, the blaze, when they see a player they want to attack, they tend to float up. And when they float up in the system, they will trigger this tripwire that is right on top of them. Relatively simple. Make sure to have some sort of block on top here as well so they can't escape. If you look over here at our demonstration setup, you can see you can have water in front of it, or even grow some grass or whatever. Just make sure the blaze have a nice line of sight on your targeted area, and the blaze can view players really far away, so you can put this thing easily 20 blocks away or so. They will see the player and trigger. So it's also more quiet, more stealthy in that sense. So
yeah, that is about the distance they would trigger.
Yeah. So yeah, see they're trying to shoot and eventually they will start floating up. There we go. and that triggered the system. So it's a huge distance, so you can hide it really nicely, like somewhere if you put that in a cave or whatever. And yeah, the next part then is pretty much the skeleton booth. Let's look at that thing here for a little second. So the skeleton sits down here and is in a waiting loop, and when the system triggers, we have a lever here. Pretty much, yeah, trigger it please. Boom, piston pushes the skelly up and the top block retracts, and when you unpower the system, yeah, it's vice versa. First down, then close. So it's a ABBA setup. And here you can see the wiring for it. Just pause the video here if you want to rebuild it. And yeah, there's a torch as well. And it's relatively simple. Here is the input to the setup. Then you have a repeater on the second setting, block, redstone dust in the other direction on basic setting repeater, and one pointing into the torch here this way. And as you can see, this is a lock system pretty much. So what happens now when the power goes away, the lock stays on a bit longer, and therefore, you know, we push the cap over and the skeleton does not get any damage. Very important though, if you have a setup like that, obviously you need to protect the skeleton from sunlight, so you gotta have some sort of solid block on top, or a leaf or whatever you want to use to disguise them. Also, this block is important because, yeah, if it was not there, the skeleton could escape, right? I mean, if that block is not here, there's only a one high gap and the skeleton could potentially run out. Of course, you also need to make sure to frame your skeleton in. So we have these glass blocks here to keep the skeleton in place. That you technically don't need. So yeah, skeleton is safely trapped in there. So that's the second part. Should be easily able to copy that just by looking at it. I don't think a real block by block tutorial is necessary. Then there is two more components to the system. Let's look at the easier component. Obviously there is a safety switch, because if you have that at your base, you really want to switch that thing off, otherwise it's gonna get annoying. And yeah, by pulling this block out here, right after this repeater, you can just cut the line and the blaze would still detect, but they would not trigger the skeleton shooters. And of course, you know, you can hook up more to that. I mean, here is your output line, and after that you can hook up all kinds of contraptions. Lighting systems can be hooked up to this, or everything pretty much you want to trigger by player presence. So that's really, really neat. And then we have one last thing here. If the tripwire triggers, the signal is transferred down by this torch tower here, and yeah, connects to the circuit down below here, and this is just a pulse lengthener. So if you see, the system gets triggered and it stays lit for a bit of a longer time. That just makes sure the skeletons have enough time to shoot, and also sometimes, you know, the blaze go up and down and up and down, and the signal would not be really stable, but this little setup here, yeah, makes the signal just stable. And it's very simple. You just need comparators, two facing in this direction, two facing in the other direction, and two redstone dots right here. And then you can have a pulse lengthener. If you want to make this signal even longer, it's very easy to do. Like if you have a setup like this, give me some redstone. You could also, for example, go like that and make it a bit longer. And with a setup like that, now you have a pulse lengthening of about 9 seconds. That is pretty good. Yeah, there you go. See how the circuit slowly bleeds out. So that's a pulse lengthening. And you can use other pulse lengtheners. There's plenty of tutorials out on YouTube if you want to make the signal even longer. So yeah, this is how that works. And as I said, really simple, easy thing to do. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section. We will be there answering your questions. And as yeah, once again, need to mention that check out the guys of the Scicraft servers, links in the video description. Also check out the Hermitcraft Season 5, where I built the system in survival, and yeah, we catch beat-ups, wild beat-ups with it. He gets shot. Really nice. A fun little thing you can do, of course you have to name your creatures, right? So they don't despawn, I told you that. So I named my skeletons your ninja snipers, and when you try to kill, your friend on the server with that, it's a really cool effect. You can give him all kinds of derpy names. And yeah, that's really funny then. Player was killed by ninja sniper. And another thing that of course can make the system way more powerful is if you give your skeletons really good bows. Yeah, methods was shot by ninja sniper. So go ahead, make some really good bows. In this case we have power 5 flame bows on these skeletons. They will never break. And yeah, we also gave them some black dyed leather armor, so they look a bit like ninjas, so that's really cool. And yeah, if you give them powerful bows, that is really gnarly. One little hint, of course, potentially it could happen if a player comes along and he spots the skeleton, he was like, whoa, and he's reacting quick, he will try to shoot them, right? And eventually maybe kill and damage them. So a good way to prevent that is if you have a little bit of a brewing setup, get some potions of harming, and ever so often, go there, either manually throw them in or just use a dispenser, connect it with a daylight sensor or something similar to regularly spam some potions on them if it's a highly frequented pass and a lot of players come by. So you can always keep your skeletons healed and they will probably stay around forever. Yeah, there you go. So potion of harming, keep that in mind, would heal skeletons. And I'd say that's it for our little showcase / tutorial video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a lot of likes, share this setup with your friends, and yeah, that's it from me. See you next time. Thank you very much for watching. I'm out. Bye.
Bye bye.